Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. It's Wednesday, April 7th. Hope you're doing well. Quick update on the big EIDL news that I announced last night. The EIDL loan increases are live. I'm going to go over what I talked about last night briefly and share the official information that is now on the SBA website. Huge shout out to all of you who've left comments and emailed me directly, in fact, to say that you applied as soon as you watched our video last night or this morning, even before you got the new EIDL loan email. And that quick action has probably saved you significant time. You could be days or weeks ahead of the curve now because you took action quickly. So be sure to watch our entire video. Thanks as always for subscribing and liking this video so more people see it. And if you have submitted your EIDL loan increase, consider sharing this so someone else can get behind you in the queue. For those of you new to our channel, welcome. We've been covering all things SBA for over a year and all things small business related, so you won't miss out on any important information, especially this breaking news that I broke last night. The SBA started batch invites to folks to request an EIDL loan increase. Two things they changed I'll mention in this video, and I'll clarify some of the questions you've had. First of all, I want to say right off the bat, do not expect a reply from the SBA. There is no automatic reply. Do check to make sure your email wasn't rejected. We saw several examples today of people getting the spelling wrong. The email the SBA has done is very convoluted. I don't know why they couldn't make it simpler. I'll show you that in a second. But it was common for people to put in EIDL or put in two S's for increase instead of one S. So there were some common misspellings in the email. I want to alert you to that, but do not expect an email back. What we've heard today is the SBA is already approving new funding. Here are the two changes. Number one, the cap is up from $150K for EIDL loans. These are not the grants, these are the loans, to $500K. That's relevant for some of you. What's more relevant for most of you is the fact that they will now calculate your EIDL loan amount on 24 months instead of 6 months. So whatever income information you submitted in your application, just to refresh your memory, this is the application. This went live just about a year ago now. This quick application, you put in your earnings and expenses. It took around 5 minutes. And the purpose of this was, of course, to get in the queue for the EIDL grants, aka advances, and number two, to express interest in EIDL loans. Many of you got both. Some of you only got loans. Some of you only got advances, okay? But those are two separate things. Now you can get EIDL loans increase based on the information you put on this form for 24 months. And we've heard today they're already doing it. They're already approving people. However, it is all first come, first served. A couple other anecdotes we heard today were that people applied last night and they heard when they called the SBA today that when they started the shift this morning, there weren't too many applications. But by midday, they've had hundreds of thousands, if not more. I'm sure that inbox is completely swamped. So I'll show you in a second how to fire off the email. We've pre-populated everything for you if you haven't done it. By the way, we just put up this poll less than a half an hour ago, almost 200 votes. 70% of you have said you've already taken action. So huge shout out to the 70% of you. That's awesome. 30% say you haven't yet or it's not relevant. Could be either case. But again, the common questions are, should you expect a response? The answer is no. The second big question is, if I haven't gotten the email yet, should I go ahead and email the SBA? The answer is yes. If you received an EIDL loan, you are eligible, period, because you have a pending EIDL loan. And the third big question was, is their email working? Their email is working. You may have misspelled it, so double check the spelling. Okay, before I pull up what to send to them, here is the positive targeted EIDL grant news. 87% of you are still waiting. 13% of you have been approved for targeted EIDL grants. That is up from the 10% last week, 3.3 thousand votes. By the way, we also posted the breaking news last night on Instagram. So if you're scrolling Instagram late at night more often than YouTube, be sure to follow us on Instagram too. We are at hello.skip. We've had several hundred views here from the video I posted last night. So it's another way to get quick access. You know, it is rare that there are moments like this where time is really of the essence. This is a perfect example. You're not too late even if you apply now for the increase. Yes, many have today, but many aren't even watching these YouTube channels. So go ahead and get in the queue if you have an EIDL loan. If you rejected an EIDL loan in the past, you will have to wait or you can reapply. But this is what's up on the SBA website, loan increases. Loans approved prior to April 7th, 2021, that's today, for less than $500,000 are likely eligible for an increase based on new loan maximum amounts announced March 24th. Businesses that received a loan subject to the previous loan limit can submit a request for an increase at this time. There it is, right there. This is on the SBA website. Another clarification they put up is if an applicant accepted a loan for less than the full amount originally offered, you had that option of taking less. The applicant will have up to 2 years after the date of the loan promissory note to request additional funds. Applicants may continue to request additional funds even after the application deadline of December 31st, 2021. Okay, let me pull up the app. By the way, we had nearly 10,000 new folks download the app last night when I said that you can quickly send an email to the SBA using our app. Shout out to all of you. It's a free app. Of course, there are premium options as well if you want to get exclusive grant information, exclusive funding information. Right now, we have a team of 5 people whose sole job is to look at federal, state, city, grant, and loan opportunities across the country in every jurisdiction for every type of business, for every type of business owner. That's an option on the app. Anyway, Hello Skip in the App Store or Google Play. Once you open it, we have some new posts up today, but scroll down a few here to click Breaking SBA Opens EIDL Loan Increase Requests. The link is right at the top of the description, and I will pin it. This is the post we put up last night, right at the top here. Click here for pre-populated email with subject and what to include to the SBA. We have screenshots of the email. We have clarifications. Here's the email again, by the way. That's why it's so complicated. COVID EIDL increase requests. Can you imagine a more complicated email? Couldn't they have made it simpler? Like CEIR@SBA.gov. Anyway, they made it complicated. That's why a lot of people reported getting bounces because they spelled something wrong on that email. Well, click this button right here, and it opens right up this. You can see COVID EIDL increase requests at SBA.gov. We put in some copy here. We would respectfully like to be considered for an EIDL loan increase. Please find the information for our existing loan below. This is what you need to include. Just put in the information. I talked about how to find it on your SBA portal. Business name, address, and application number. By the way, you need to put the application number in the subject right here as well. Owner name, that could be you or you and another person, you and a couple people. All owners that applied originally need to be listed here. The phone number that's associated with the application. The only tricky part here is the loan number. You can find that on your closing documents, which are on your SBA portal. They're at the top of your loan document. Add those in, fire it off, boom, get in the queue. And if you want to help others, of course, share, but you can click refer and earn right here. You earn credits when people use your code and sign up for our app. So feel free to share, tell others. This is a big deal because timing is so important. You remember when EIDL grants went live a year ago and the scramble and then the hindsight, oh gosh, I applied too late. This is the same situation here. Of course, Isabel Guzman is doing a great job. She made this happen in her first 2.5 weeks on the job. Still, tell others. You can invite friends with your code or share by email, whatever you want to do. Also on the app, we have previews of a dozen new services. If you're curious, scroll down. You can see some of the new services we've put up that we are previewing. Okay, these aren't live yet, but take a look. As always, I'll keep you posted on all the important news. Most importantly, EIDL loan folks, go ahead and get that email off. If you've already done it, there's more content on the app if you want to stay up to speed. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, hello.skip, or on Twitter too. We are at Skip Concierge. As always, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.